Week's Bible story focuses on the story of the Good Samaritan found in Luke 10. And so, what I wanted to do was share some thoughts from reading Luke 10 and also from reading things from Martin Luther King Jr. So, Martin Luther King Jr. talks about the priest and how the priest, when he saw the man left for dead by the robbers, he asked the question of what will happen to me if I stop. And so, since he asked that question, he passed by on the other side and did not help the man. And then the story talks next about a Levite who saw the man, and he also passed by on the other side. And so I have to surmise that he must have asked the same question: what will happen to me if I stop? And then the story talks about a Good Samaritan, which in those days, they didn't exist to Jewish people. There was no such thing as a Good Samaritan. And so the Samaritan stops. And what King assumes is that the Good Samaritan asks the question of what will happen to this guy if I don't stop. Now, two things that I was thinking about in this story. I had the idea in my head that the Good Samaritan, after he used his own resources, he dropped the man off at the end and left. But that's not actually what happened. The story says that he spent the night there, which meant if you've ever cared for someone, you know that when you spend the night, you listen and you attend to their needs and you are available for them when they need it. And so he spent the night there. He invested even more time in this person. And my prayer is that even with all the stuff that's going on, we remember our calling to be like Jesus. We've been called to be a neighbor. We've been called to show love and to show mercy. And I pray that when we have the opportunity to do so, we would. The other thing that I think about is this. The innkeeper had a responsibility because the Good Samaritan told him, he said, "Hey, I want you to take care of this guy while I'm gone." Now, some people say, well, he paid him. But I also know that many people know that you don't just do your job for a paycheck. If you do the bare minimum and you grudgingly do it. I wonder if this innkeeper saw this as an opportunity to serve and to take care of someone. And because it was an opportunity to do the right thing, I wonder if he showed love and mercy as well. So it wasn't just the Good Samaritan showing who was his neighbor and showing love and mercy, but it was also the innkeeper. And then the last thing that I think about with this story is that when it's all over with, and Jesus asked who is it that showed mercy, the expert in the law couldn't even bring himself to say the Samaritan. He had to say, I suppose, the one who had mercy on him. And I pray that we would never be that way with our speech, that we would give honor to whom honor is due, and that we would treat our brothers and sisters with respect. Again, guys, there's a lot going on in our world. This is our opportunity to step up and let our light shine. Let us do good, especially to the household of faith. Let us bear one another's burdens, but also when we have the means to care and to take care of people, let's live up to what we've been called to do.